What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is main deck Monday, and finally we are covering the Mega Rayquaza deck. Yes, I know that this deck has been talked about a lot, and a lot of people have covered, but I have not covered it because I personally didn't like it a lot. I think it does struggle against a lot of decks in the format right now, and it was one of the early hype decks, and it has died off just quite a bit. But today we're going to find out, is this deck good or not for the standard format? That's what we're going to find out today. So we're going to see, is the hype real? Is it a good deck or is it a bad deck? So let's go over and let's see what's it about. Well, our main attacker is going to be Mega Rayquaza with Immoral Break. This attack does 30 damage times the number of your bench Pokemon, and of course we're playing Sky Field to allow up to 8 Pokemon on your bench. And once you have this, you can do 240 damage to pretty much knock out anything in the game, which is great. Now, I am playing this Rayquaza-EX because the Dragon Claw does 30 damage. You could play the other one, but I don't know. I always like this one. I'll pull up the other one just real quick, just so you know what it does. So go Rayquaza, scroll a little bit. It's this one right here. Intensify Burn does 10, and then the 50 more damage if it's an EX and Dragon Pulse for 100 instead. I think I do like this one a lot more, just because the 30 damage can knock out some Pokemon, which is pretty cool. Alright, so we play 4 Shaymin for setup. Draw, you have 6 cards in your hand. It's definitely needed in this deck. You need to draw through your deck as quickly as you can to fill your bench up. We play 1 Magearna. You could play like Manaphy to get Pokemon for your treat, or Magearna. That's your 2 kind of options, most likely when you play in Mega Rayquaza. Now, I decided to play this one because of the Mystic Heart ability. Prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks except damage done to each of your Pokemon that has any Metallurgy attached to it. I don't know. It seems like it's really cool if you need it in a certain situation. Maybe you're paralyzed something. It's going to try to paralyze you. I know the Manaphy does give free retreat, but I think this one's a little bit better. I don't know. I like Magearna. I know I said before I hated Magearna, but now I don't know. I kind of like it. So things to note is, let's pull up some cards real quick. So Regice, let's read Regice real quick. So Regice says, during your opponent's deck turn, prevent all effects of your attacks including damage done to this Pokemon by a Pokemon EX. It doesn't actually get through that. Some people think it does. Jolteon as well. We knock out Jolteon. Some people think it does get through Regice because resist Blizzard, but it's actually not done to your Pokemon. It's done to the Regice. So that's one thing to note. I don't know. I just like it. Magearna, just in case something crazy happens or some kind of crazy attack, and that's why we're playing it. Now, like I said, you could cut it to play the Water Energy and Manaphy to get Pokemon for your treat, but we're opting not to do that. We're playing 2 Hoopa as well to use the Scoundring. Because Scoundring, you can search your deck for 3X Pokemon. Be good to go that way. You can search like Magearna, Rayquaza, whatever. And also, the thing about Manaphy is it does have like a low HP, while Magearna has a little bit more. So that's why we're playing it instead. Alright, guys, so there we go. We're playing 4 Shaymin, 4 Rayquaza, 1 Magearna, 2 Hoopa. And we're going to try to use Immoral Break with 8 Pokemon on the bench to take a knockout. Now, I play 3 Mega Turbo, which has a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your Mega Evolutions. 4 Puzzle Time to reuse any 2 cards in your discard pile, which is really good. Alright, 2 Super Rod, and the reason I'm playing Super Rod is because this format right now is really like Stadium heavy. So if your opponent like counters a Stadium and bumps your Pokemon off, you need a way to Super Rod them to get back into your deck. Now, Karen is about to be legal. It's not legal just yet. So what you could do is cut a Super Rod. Maybe cut both Super Rods for like a Karen and something else. Maybe a second Pokemon Ranger, which seems really good. But you can cut like both Super Rod for Karen and maybe a second Ranger instead, which is pretty cool. Or maybe, I don't know, Karen for sure, so that way you can shuffle all your Pokemon from your discard pile back into your deck. The other card can be whatever you want it to be. Maybe another Super Rod just so you can not use support card for your turn. Alright, so 4 Trainers Mail, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 via Seeker for max consistency. 2 Hex Maniac shutdown abilities to the end of your opponent's turn. And the reason why you're playing this is because you're going to play a lot of cards in your hand, or through your deck on the first turn. You're going to Hoopa, Shaymin, Hoopa, whatever. And then you're probably going to have enough cards to not really need a support card. So then you use Hex Maniac to shut off your opponent's abilities, so that can't Shaymin during their turn. 1 Lysandre, 1 Ranger to get rid of attacks, remove effects of attacks. So like, you know, Giratina, Regice, Jolteon. Well, Jolteon's really not needed. Ranger mostly for Regice. That's the big problem with the stack is Regice for sure. And Hex Maniac can get around a Giratina as well, which is pretty nice. 3 Sycamore, discard your hand, draw 7 new cards. The best supporter we have in the game right now. 4 Sky Field to give up to 8 Pokemon on your bench. 2 Float Stone to give your Hoopas free retreat. That's the only thing you really need to put it on. Magearna has a 1 retreat cost. Shaymin has a 1 retreat cost as well. So not too bad of a retreat cost for those guys. 3 Rayquaza Spearlinks. So your turn does not end when you evolve. And also with Mega Rayquaza, you have the Delta Evolution, which says when you play this card from your hand to evolve a Pokemon during your first turn, or the turn you play this Pokemon, you can. So you can automatically, immediately evolve Rayquaza to Mega Rayquaza, which makes the deck so good, because if you can attach the DCE, Mega Turbo Metal Energy onto the Mega Rayquaza, get a Link, Mega Rayquaza, get all this stuff out, you can actually attack on your first turn, which is pretty nice. And you'll play 4 DC and 4 Metal Energy, and that's the deck, guys. Now also, with Manaphy, I think that people might do is you have to touch your energy to like Shaymin to retreat it, like you have to touch a water G, but once you retreat Manaphy's in play, that energy doesn't get discarded, so it's just stuck on your Shaymin, which sometimes could be bad because now you can't Mega Turbo. So I don't know, I think I like Magearna even more. It's not really that much needed, it doesn't really do too much, but it's in there just in case some crazy situation comes up. But guys, there you go. There's my version of Mega Rayquaza, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. We're going to find out here in a second, is Mega Rayquaza still good or not, or was it a bunch of hype? I don't know. Let's see what happens, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and let's see this deck in action. Alright, putting its purpose 14, playing a Psychic Dark and a Colorless deck, and let's see what are they playing. It could be that Mew Evital box deck that I've seen a couple people play nowadays, but we lost coin flow, so we'll go in second, but maybe we'll get that first one to tackle. But if they're playing the Dark Mew box, they're probably playing the Fright Night Evital, which can turn off our Rayquazas. Alright, so opponent has no base Pokemon, put down Rayquaza, and yo, put down another Rayquaza. So 3 Rayquazas on the first turn is pretty amazing. Alright, so both get a new hand. We'll get a new hand. Okay, there's All Night Party, Max Elixir, Ultra Ball. Alrighty, so some kind of, maybe, I was gonna say maybe they're playing Malamar. I don't know. So Psychic is probably Darkrai Hypno. That's my best guess. So Pokemon come to the active spot, and we can have a crazy turn 1. Like we got Sky Field, Ultra Ball, discard 2 Hex Maniacs, and as long as we find a Link, we'll be a-okay. So let's see what's going to happen. Yes, we're drawing for the mulligan. There's an end, okay, and there's an Evital and a Darkrai. Alrighty, so my turn. I can Ultra Ball, discard Hex Maniac, probably the other Hex Maniac, Sky Field. Grab Hoopa, go crazy. So he Trainers Mail. Gonna look at top cards of their deck. Let's see, can they find a trend card? Yes, they'll find a Golden Switch, but I doubt they'll use it this turn. Because they don't want their Darkrai to get knocked out. So see another Trainers Mail. Gonna look at top cards of their deck, and let's see, can they find something this time around? What does Purpose have for us this time? Fighting Fury Belt. Well, it doesn't matter too much. We can still easily knock out these Darkrai's, thanks to like Mega Rayquaza doing a ton of damage. Man, if we get a turn 1 Lights into this Darkrai and like power up a Mega Rayquaza, I'd be so excited. So let's see, what does our opponent do here? There's a Fighting Fury going down to the bench Darkrai, which is probably the better play. And do they have a supporter card or not is the question. So they fight for the Darkrai, has 220. There's an Ultra Ball. Going to discard a Switch and a Super Rod. So we know the other card in their hand is a Switch. There's a Shaymin. So they're going to Shaymin, set it for 5 new cards, and can my opponent find it in or support a card? I imagine they want it. Well, they don't know our hand, but if I'm my opponent, I want it in because our hand is really good right now. So Shaymin going to set it for 6. Another Darkrai hitting the field. Fighting Field going down to it as well. Both giving 220 HP. Alrighty. And just a pass on to our turn. Alright, so we get a Sky Field. Let's put the Sky Field down. We will Ultra Ball, discard double Hex Maniacs, so 1 to 2. And with this, we'll grab a Hoopa. Alright, so we're going to use that Scoundering, search for some EX Pokemon. Okay, so Hoopa, yes, we'll search for 3 EX Pokemon. And with this, we'll grab a Shaymin, a Magearna, and probably just those 2. We could grab a Mega Rayquaza just because we get a Link. How many Links are in our deck? There's 3. We got 4 Trainers Mail. Yeah, so we're going to grab these 2. I don't want to... I don't know. I'd rather get the Link than in and then hit the cards I need. Let's put down Magearna. And then we'll Shaymin, set up for 4 new cards. And can we find an Ultra Ball and a Metal Energy? Okay, there's a Mega Turbo. Okay, so put a DC on this guy. We will end giving us both the new hand of 6. And can we find an Ultra Ball with a Metal Energy? This is a Hoopa double link. But right now we do not have a Metal Energy and an Ultra Ball. So put a Rayquaza Spirit like that guy, Rayquaza Spirit like that guy, Hoopa, use Scoundrelling, search for 3 EX Pokemon. And with this, we'll grab a Rayquaza, and a Shaymin. So we turn 1, we got 2 Mega Rayquazas on the field, which is great. So grab those guys, put down Mega Rayquaza. Put down Mega Rayquaza, and we're going to Shaymin. And with the Shaymin, we need to hit an Ultra Ball. Our 3 cards are going to be Ultra Ball, Metal Energy, and a Mega Turbo. So let's see what does Shaymin get us with this. Come on, Shaymin. And okay, there's a Metal Energy for next turn. So I'm just going to pass on to my opponent's turn. Let's see what is going to happen. Alright, so if they do bump our Sky Field, hopefully they don't bump with the Parallel City, but if they do, we'll probably get rid of like the Hoopa, Shaymin. Yeah, and Magearna probably. So there's our all-night party coming out. We'll discard the Hoopa and the Hoopa. Yeah, that seems like 2 good cards. Discard. Alright, they both have heavier retreat costs. I guess we could discard Shaymin because they have so few HP. But I mean, right now we could just Metal Energy deactive, just Immo Break for the knockout. We can easily knock out this Evital. So I might just hold on to his hand, just Immo Break next turn. There's an Ultra Ball. Go ahead and discard 2 cards from their hand. Discards a VS Seeker and a Dark Energy. Maybe grab another Shaymin. Yes, another Shaymin hitting coming down the field, which is great for us. Those are easy knockout targets. It doesn't matter if our opponent puts down Parallel City or not. Well, I guess they put down Parallel City. We had to counter it and then put 1 more down. So we see Shaymin set up for 6 new cards, okay? And let's see, can my opponent find a Max Elixir? Maybe attack with a Darkrai instead of attacking with Evital. I mean, if they attack with Evital, we're knocking it out. Like, it's not going to be here anymore for this world. He is going bye-bye. But, I mean, we got the Metal Energy. We can Mega Turbo for the knockout. I mean, not Mega Turbo. Emerald Break for the knockout. Sees the Ultra Ball. Discarding a Switch and a Dark Energy. We knew they had the Switch last turn. So, Drowsy coming out. And they play the Hypno, which, you know, it is a little bit bad. I think it makes us both asleep. Yeah, but if they have all-night party out, then we get attacked. So that's a kind of weird situation. So we see a Blibwing for 30. Gonna put a Dark Energy probably on this Darkrai. So this Darkrai hits for 160. Punch a Fighting Fuel as 170. So there's a DCE. We'll put a Metal Energy in the active. And like I said, we'll just go for Immo Break for the knockout. Going down to 5 prize cards. Do it 150 to that guy, alright? So we'll go down to 5. And what is it? There's another Mega Rayquaza, which right now we don't have another link now, so it's not the best card to get. On to our opponent's turn. Gonna send this Darkrai. Now we can knock out this Darkrai this turn. We have a, Sky Field ready to go. There's a Hypno coming down. Dark Energy gonna bitch Darkrai EX, okay? And Good Night Baby is gonna put both of us to sleep, but we can use All Night Party to wake us back up and heal that 30 damage. So this is Dark Head for 170. Not taking a knockout, and we do wake up, which is very unfortunate for our opponent. I mean, regardless, we can't use all-night party now, which is pretty funny. Alright, so we're gonna put down Skyfield. We are going to no, we have to Super Rod first. So we're gonna Super Rod, shuffle both Hoopas back into the deck. We will Ultra Ball, discard Sycamore and the Mega Rayquaza. And with this, we'll grab a Hoopa. Alrighty. And with the Hoopa, we'll Scoundrelling. We'll put a DC on this guy. Let's see. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Alright. So search for 3X Pokemon. We'll get a Shaymin and a Shaymin. So put both those guys in our hand. Alright. So 1 to 2. We'll put down Shaymin setup. Alright. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Alright, we'll put down 1 more Shaymin, and then we'll Ammo Break. We'll set up. Gonna get another card in our hand, and there is a Trainers Mail. Alright, do we have it in our discard pile? We do. So I'm gonna actually go to VS. Oh, no, he didn't play his support card last year, so I'm just gonna Ammo Break for the knockout. I just remember he didn't play his support card. He hasn't played his support card at all. Matter of fact, so we'll put 2 prize cards. There's a Metal Energy and a Rayquaza, which is great for us. If he does bump the state, we have a Sky Field Rayquaza to start the party all over again. And let's see, my opponent's going to send this Darkrai. If he has an Energy, he can take a knockout this turn for sure. Which is great. If he has an Energy Stadium, that'd be pretty bad because he's going to bump our field down. Then we have to discard. Oh, man, yeah, that'd be pretty bad. So, Evital coming down, okay. And there's a Stadium coming down. So we discard the Hoopa, discard a Shaymin, discard a Shaymin, and let's put this down to 5. Okay, so to take a knockout, we'll send it to Rayquaza, put down Skyfield, put down Rayquaza. If we can hit the other Trainers Mail, we can put Super Rod, shove those guys back in their hand, but my opponent doesn't have anything. Oh my goodness. Alright, so Trainers Mail. There is a puzzle time. Alright, so grab the puzzle time. We will, okay. So what I'm gonna do is put down Skyfield. I am going to put down this Metal Energy in this guy. I'm going to Puzzle Time in this victory screen. So what I was going to do is I was going to Puzzle Time for Hoopa and Super Rod. Then we can play Super Rod, shuffle the Shaymin's back to deck, put down their Rayquaza, and have a bench of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put down Rayquaza, put down Hoopa for 1, and then be good to go. Then have another Shaymin in the deck left to go, and we probably would win that game for sure. Like, I know my opponent didn't play a supported card, but you can see even though if your opponent keeps countering your stadiums, you can easily bump it back because you have all these ways to get it back. Like, the cool thing about that turn is I was going to Puzzle Time for 82 cards in our discard pile, and that would have been Super Rod and Hoopa. Super Rod put this EX back in our deck, and then Hoopa to get the other ones out. So it would have been A-okay. And yeah, guys, there's game number 1. But we'll see another game with the Mega Rayquaza deck here in a second. Can we take another victory or not? It didn't even matter if my opponent had 220 HP. We still took it down pretty easily. But let's see what happens in the next game. Alright, putting against Raskin-Ho, I guess he's his name, playing a Psychic and a Colorless deck. This could be a Mega Mewtwo deck. That's the only thing I can really think of. And let's see, will my opponent go first or second is the question. So tails, and we won the claim. Alrighty, so yes, I like to go first. I always want to select that no because that's where yes it used to be. I'm like 99% sure. And we start with the Shaymin and nothing else. Oh my goodness. Alright, so press done. My opponent, okay, yep, Mega Mewtwo, Shrine of Memories. Alright, so press done. Alright, so that's not good, guys. That's not good for us. Alright, so gonna get a new hand of 7. And, okay, there's Garbodor, Shrine of Memories. It just depends on how many parallel city they play. That's the big question. So, gonna get a new hand of 7. Alright, looks like they did find somebody, so we'll get 2 mulligan draws. And hopefully one is a Hoopa. And that could be good. Yes, and yes. Alright, so there's a Sky Field and... Oh my goodness. Alright, so we end our turn. Ultra our opponent's turn. Okay. Alright. Yep. Well, guys, we are in trouble, sir. Oh my goodness. Thank you, opponents. Alright, we're good now. We're good. So, in both of us going to shuffle our hands to deck. We're going to get a new hand of 6. Alright, so Rayquaza, Shaymin, Trainers Mail. There we go. That's a little bit better. Mewtwo coming down. Okay. Can we knock out the Mewtwo in the first turn? Hoopa going to come down, scoundering, search for 3 EX Pokemon. Alright, so let's see what can my opponent find with this Hoopa. Going to use scoundering. Okay. And let's see what 3 he decides to get out. There's a Mewtwo, and a Shaymin. Alright, so I imagine we'll see Mewtwo, and Shaymin come down. Maybe some Links coming down. There's a Mewtwo, okay. Show me another Mewtwo. Alrighty. And show me Shaymin, maybe. Ultra Ball, going to discard 2 cards from his hand, maybe a Psychic Energy and something else, so that way he can Mega Turbo with it later. This is an interesting matchup. These were like the 2 most hyped decks coming into the season, and which one will take the game is the question. Now the big question is how many Parallel City does our opponent play? So he discards an Ultra Ball and a Mega Turbo. We know one card is a Shaymin in his hand, the other card must be a supported card, and this Ultra Ball most likely will get nothing, so he can Shaymin set up for some cards. Gonna get a Garbodor for the next turn. Okay, alright. So, let's see. There's a Psychic Energy on that guy. So, he actually had a Psychic Energy. So, we know that card in his hand is a Garbodor. Okay, that's interesting. So, Shaymin, I'm going to set up for 6 new cards, okay? And let's see what's going to happen, guys. There's Mewtwo Spilling going to this guy. Man, if we could somehow fill our bench up, knock out this Mewtwo, would be really good position. But we had to get really lucky here. I mean, we got lucky in the first place because our opponent played in to save us. Parallel City coming down, going to bump us. Actually, going to bump himself down to 3, which is actually okay with me. Discarding a Hoopa, discarding a Shaymin. And they probably only play 2 of these, which is fine with me. So Seabass own my turn. We get a DC, which is great top decks. Rayquaza, DCE, Trainers Mail, look at soft cards of our deck. We'll grab a Sycamore so that we can at least have a supporter card at this turn if needed. We'll play Shaymin. Gonna set up for 3 new cards. Let's see what can we get. Maybe an Ultra Ball and a Metal Energy, aka Link. So put a Link on this guy. Trainers Mail. We'll grab, oh man, okay, we'll grab Sky Field. I really want to grab that Lysandre, but we can't play it just yet. Put down Sky Field. We'll put down Rayquaza. We'll Shaymin set up for some more cards. So Rayquaza and Shaymin. Let's see what can we get off this Shaymin. Don't let me down, buddy. Come on. All right, there's a Float Stone. We can Spear Link one of these guys. We can Scoundring, search for 3 EX Pokemon. And let's see what can we find with the Hoopa. There's a Shaymin and 2. Oh, we'll actually grab these 3 guys. That seems really good. So we'll grab these 3. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, because we know our opponent plays Shrine of Memories, so we need to counter that with our Magearna, so put down Mega Rayquaza. We'll put down Magearna, and we will Shaymin set up for 3. If we can find an Ultra Ball, Metal, and a Lysandre, we can take a knockout this turn, own this Mewtwo, and let's see what happens. And, oh, there's an in. Put down Rayquaza, and we'll just play it in. Gonna give us both a new hand of 6. Alright, so we still need to find an Ultra Ball and a Metal Energy, and no, we don't have it. Oh, no. Alright, guys, so I'm actually just gonna pass right now. Just end our turn. We'll put a Float Stone on a Hoopa, and unfortunately we'll just pass. Alright, so we'll pass onto our opponent's turn, and let's see what happens. Now, my opponent can counter us, but we have Sky Field, bump that as well. We know what Super Rod's in the deck. We just saw it a second ago. Alright, so there's a Float Stone going out of Trubbish. It looks like Garbodor might come out, most likely. Now, we did in him, so Garbodor's not in his hand right now. Mega Mewtwo coming down as well, okay. DC going to Mega Mewtwo, okay. Right now, Psychic Advantage to 3, 6, 9, so that's not enough to knock out a Shaymin just yet. But if we top deck a Metal Energy, there's a Parallel City. He's actually going to bump us down to 3. Yep, alright, so we're going to discard. So our 3 cards are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, so we got bumped down to 3. Alright, guys, so that's the worst thing that happened, because we just discarded 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's most of our Super Rod right there. So Sycamore, go discard the hand, draw 7 cards. But like I said, they probably only play 2 Parallel Cities. That's what most decks do play nowadays. So retreat to the Mega Mewtwo. Alright, and we'll see a Psychic Affinity, Trainers Mail. Go look at the top cards of their deck, and can he find a Garbodor this turn or not? Now, Garbodor doesn't really matter too much right now for us. I mean, we already have. We shut down Magearna. Ooh, that could be really spicy. All right, because what we're really hoping to do is when we hit him, he can't Shrine of Memories, and he can't use the damage change, which is what we're really scared of. Alright, so we see Trainers Mail. Go look at the top cards of his deck. Got an Ultra Ball, so he can get out Garbodor this turn. But can we retaliate and knock out this turn? So Ultra Ball, go ahead and discard 2 cards from his hand, and let's see what 2 cards will those be. Is it a Psychic Energy? Because if he gets Psychic Energy in there, and a Mega Turbo this turn, he can do 3, 6, 9, 12, 120 to knock out our Shaymin-EX. Alright, so we see an Ultra Ball discarding that Psychic Energy. This will most likely get out a Garbodor, unless he wants to get into the Shaymin, but I doubt he puts down the field. So yeah, that was a Garbodor going down. It's gonna be put down on the on this guy. No, it's actually a Trubbish. Okay, okay, and okay, he already had the Garbodor in his hand. All right, so Garbodor coming down, and we will see. Okay, just like Infinity, 490 damage, or 100. Sorry, 369, then plus 10, 100. All right, so on our turn, we get a Puzzle of Time. Okay, so I'm gonna put down Skyfield. All right. We are going to train. Okay, we gotta be careful about this. So, Trainer Spell. Look at top cards of our deck. Ooh. Alright. Okay, hold on. I guess we'll grab the Sycamore. That seems really good. We'll grab Sycamore. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna double puzzle. Alright. I know we can't use abilities, but at least with this, we can grab a Shaymin and a Rayquaza. Alright. So grab those 2, put those down, put down Rayquaza, put down the Shaymin. We'll play Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 70 cards, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, and with the Super Rod, we'll be able to, okay, hold on, we gotta make sure we have this right. Yeah, put down Rayquaza, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, so we're gonna Super Rod, and with the Super Rod, we are gonna shove back in 1, 2, 3, alright. We'll Ultra Ball, discard the Ranger and DCE. We'll just grab some kind of Pokemon. Sure, we'll grab a Shaymin. Put down Shaymin, put down Hoopa, and we'll take a knockout this turn. We're going to put our hand down to 0, but man, we drew the great cards. So retreat into the Mega Rayquaza. We have the perfect setup. Put a DC in the active, and we'll take a knockout with the M Rayquaza. So we were put down to 3 with that Parallel City. Do 240 to that Mewtwo, and we'll take 2 prize cards. There is a Trainer's Mail and a Rayquaza Spear Link. Alrighty. So now opponent's turn. Who they send? They can't take a knockout this turn. I mean, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Actually, they could maybe take a knockout this turn. So now opponent's turn. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, if they get a DC and an Energy, they can take a knockout because 3. And they need, okay, there's a DC. They need a Link and a Mega Turbo. There's a Mewtwo coming down, okay? And what else does my opponent have? Can they take a knockout this turn or not? There's a VS Seeker for a Sycamore. Okay, okay. They have 3 Sycamores in this card pile, but are opting not to play it. I guess that one card in their hand must be a Mega Mewtwo or something important that they do not want to discard. Now, what's going to kind of stink if their opponent does play down a Shrine of Memories to bump our opponent down, our Pokemon down one more time, which, man, that would hurt us a lot. But we do have the other double puzzle left our deck and another Super Rod as well. So he's going to play a Sycamore, okay? And let's see, can our opponent find the crazy, like the perfect cards? We did it last turn. Mewtwo Spirlick, okay. Trainers Mail, go look at the top cards of their deck. Alrighty, let's see, what can they find? How many Sky Fields? We're down 2 Sky Fields, alright. Down 1. Okay, there's a Mega Turbo. If he has a Mega, he can take a knockout this turn. Goes 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Plus 10 is 220. There's the Mega Mewtwo. My opponent will take a knockout this turn. This is very exciting. I know most people will be mad, but it happens. So Mega Turbo, put a Psychic Energy in the active, and he'll take a knockout going down to 4. It does opponent counter our stadium. There's another Mega Turbo as well. I think you already had the knockout regardless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's way more than enough. That's like 250 now, right? Yeah, so 250, knocking us out. Going down to 4 price cards. Alright, so we'll send up the Shaymin-EX. And guys, we need to have luck on our side right now. So let's see what happens. On to our turn. We get a Super Rod. Alright, so we're going to Trainers Mail first. We'll grab a VS Seeker. Alright, so we'll play the VS Seeker. Put a Spirlick on this guy. We will Super Rod shuffle back in. 1, 2. Alright, and then we'll VS Seeker for Sycamore. Discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Now, the only downside is we do not have any metal energies in our discard pile. So we'll Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. And oh my goodness, guys. Okay, so we still don't have any metal energies. We have 2 DCs that we can get. Oh man, guys, this is not good. Let's put down Mega Rayquaza. Alright, we're just going to treat into the Rayquaza and just pass right now. I mean, we really can't do much outside of that. I don't know how many metal energies are prized. Like, it seems like there's a bunch of prize or something. Some of my opponents are going to draw a card, and I'm not going to put down the Hoopa or anything right now because my opponent can't just counter that. There's a Spirlick going down the Mewtwo, okay? And where are our metal energies? Hopefully with top deck 1 will be okay, but man, if we do not, we are going to be in trouble. I'm not going to lie to you. Alright, so let's see, what will our opponent do this turn? Huh. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what's going to happen. Can we top deck a metal energy is my question. If we do, we can take a knockout this turn because we could pause the time for a Mega Turbo and a DC Ultra Ball, discard the Rayquaza, metal energy, and be okay, but we gotta find those cards. Right now, Psychic Affinity is going to do 3, 6, 9, 12, 120. There's a Skyla, probably most likely going to grab a Stadium card if I had to take a guess. Let's see, what does that Skyla get him? I imagine, like I said, it's going to be a Gonna be a Stadium card. How many Mega Turbos have we played? No. Okay, there's actually no Mega Turbos in our discard pile. 2 Super Rods in there as well. Alright, so there's a Sycamore. He's actually not gonna grab a Stadium, which does kind of make me interesting. Makes me curious. So DC going to that guy, okay. We'll see Psychic Affinity. Not take, okay, there's the Stadium bump. So discard Shaymin. Discard another Shaymin. Alright, so what we can do next turn is we can puzzle. So there we go. It's like Affinity for 130. Alright, so on our turn, what do we top deck? Give me a metal energy. Alright, so there's, we still have not hit a metal energy. Are you kidding me? Alright, so we're gonna double puzzle. Alright, yep, we'll double puzzle. And we'll grab a Super Rod. And it, oh man, like I don't want, alright. There's 1 DC left. Alright, so we gotta, okay, so I think we need to grab a DC here. We'll grab those 2. I'm going to wish we had, alright, so I'm just gonna we Mega Evolve, he can win the game in 2 turns. We'll put a DC down. We might be okay. So I'm gonna Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2. Discard the Hoopa. Yeah, we'll discard these 2. Let's look at our deck real quick. Is there any metal energies in here? There's 2 in here. 2 Ultra Balls. Alright, so we're not going to grab anybody. There's actually, okay, 1 Sky Field. So we'll discard those. Put a DC on the active. We'll Super Rod to shuffle back in. 1, 2, 3. Alright, and then we're going to VS Seeker for Sycamore. Discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. And guys, we got to have the luck on our side right now. We need a crazy turn right here with the Sycamore. Come on, buddy. And we don't have it. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Alright, so, oh my goodness, guys. If we had an Ultra Ball, we could take a knockout. Wait, we wouldn't be able to take a knockout this turn either way. Alright, so these are not looking good for us. That's all I gotta say right now. Oh my goodness. So we're gonna treat actually into, we could go for Dragon Claw. I don't know what that does for us. The other DC's not a deck either. I just realized the other DC's prize as well. Oh my goodness, things are going bad. Alright, so I'm gonna actually retreat into this guy. And I'm just gonna pass onto my opponent's turn. Yeah, I'm gonna have to manually load up this Rayquaza. Alright, so my opponent's turn, they're gonna draw a card, and things are looking bad for us. We know they have a Sycamore in their hand. Don't really care about that. So 36, 9, 12. That's not gonna take a knock on Magearna. It's only gonna do 100. So then 2-shot us. It's like you're doing that guy, okay? And does my opponent have a Lysandre? 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah. There's an end, so both get a new hand up 4. But man, we have no more DCs left in the deck. Oh my goodness, that was pretty much a wasted DCE. So Shaymin, Hoopa, alright. So let's see, what does our opponent do here? They're probably just like Infinity for, you know, some damage. Okay, alright, so 110. On our turn, what do we get here? We get a Metal Energy. So we're gonna Metal Energy this guy, and we're just pass on to my opponent's turn. Now next turn we need to top deck a Sky Field. If we top deck Sky Field, to take a knockout, if we top deck Sky Field, we can Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 70 cards, and we probably still can't take a knockout. Oh my goodness, it's so bad. Like our Metal Energies, we just didn't draw into them, which is one of the downsides of this deck, unfortunately. All right, but I mean, we can, you know, put down Sycamore, discard our hand, hopefully top deck a Mega Turbo and a Metal Energy, not take a knockout. We got to top deck a Force right here if we Skyfield if we want to have any kind of chance right now. So got down to 2. My opponent next turn can just Mega Mewtwo, Lysandre, and win the game next turn. So onto our turn, what do we find? Come on, Skyfield, and a Hex Maniac. So we're going to have to put down a Hoopa. We are going to Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 70 cards. We need a Skyfield and a Metal Energy. And oh my goodness, we don't have any of those. Oh man, this is actually terrible. Because if we attack right now, oh my goodness, guys, we are in trouble because if we attack, he can use damage swap Shrine of Mirrors damage change, put the energies on damage counters on us, and then knock us out with the Shadow Shard one. No, all right. So how do we do this? Oh my goodness, I didn't think it was gonna be this bad, but it is terrible right now. All right, so we're gonna Ultra Ball, discard Hex Maniac and the Ultra Ball. Let's see what's left in our deck. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's. All right, the one Skyfield at the bottom of the deck. All right, perfect. All right, so. What do we do here, guys? Alright, so we actually can't even attack right now. Wait, we actually can't attack ever, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so grab Shaymin. Okay, let's look over here. I don't think we have enough energies left to even attack. And there's 1, 2, yeah, we need another Mega Turbo, and there's not even a Metal Energy, so we can't even attack this game, and we're going to lose to Mega Mewtwo. And you can see why the deck does struggle with, oh my goodness, guys. I just can't believe that. I just can't believe that we didn't see any Metal Energy, so we're going to lose, like, we literally can't do anything. So we're going to press done, on to my opponent's turn. Oh my goodness. Alright, so you can see that Mega Mewtwo probably does beat out Mega Rayquaza. Now, we did have some very unfortunate luck, you know, just not finding stuff we need. I mean, I'm still going to play it out. We're going to see what happens. Can we somehow make this happen? I mean, I doubt it. Like, our hand is like, there's a Lysandre. Bring up the Mega Rayquaza, and they will take this game. I mean, our prize cards were really bad, I'm pretty sure. It was like a Metal Energy and a DCE. So, yeah, Metal Energy and DCE being prized. We did have the 4 puzzle times, but man, it just happens sometimes. And you can see why Parallel City's, like, a really bad counter to Mega Rayquaza. But when Karen gets reprinted, it might be a lot better because you can use Karen to put those Pokemon back in your hand. But man, Garbodor shutting us down is really bad, and Parallel City is really bad. Like, both those combinations are bad. And as Mega Mewtwo is probably the better deck between these two. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something new about Mega Rayquaza and why it does struggle and why I never decided to really play it at the start. But I mean, it's still a really good deck. It does, you know, you can get really lucky. Like that game, we got super destroyed. We didn't find a Metal Energy at all. We had to attach 2 DCs to the active, and man, that was really bad. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great Monday. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.